up, guys, and welcome back to the show. You'll be glad to hear that today's episode is going to be a little longer. It's going to have a little more meat on its bones because, to be honest, I haven't really been giving you guys a lot of content recently, and I think you deserve a lot more than you've been getting. And since it's become the norm now, I'm going to start this show off with cool stuff. And today in cool stuff, I want to talk about Star Citizen. And although I personally have not played Star Citizen, I took up a bit of an interest to it a while back when a video popped up my YouTube news feed. I decided to check it out, and it was pretty interesting. That being said, this game has gotten pretty huge recently. Everybody knows that people are willing to spend money in video games. I'm not talking about buying video games, I'm talking about in-game purchases. Although I can say that I have spent a little bit of money in games, I've never really been that into the concept because it's like you're spending your real-world hard-earned money on fake stuff in a game, and that's not really tangible for me. But enough about me, let's talk about you. On average, a Star Citizen supporter will contribute $96 to the game. Now you may think that's a lot, but this number is absolutely dwarfed by what I'm about to tell you. 39-year-old IT professional Wolf Knight, who has a pretty cool name, I have to admit, has set a record recently by spending a grand total of $22,501 in Star Citizen. Now, I can't say exactly off the top of my head what I would do if I had $22,501 to spend, but I'm pretty sure it would not go into a video game. But that's just me. In a recent interview, Knight says, "I'm a professional, I'm married to a professional, and I have no debts, so I have resources to put into my hobby. You could spend that much restoring a car. I know people who have $3,000 paintball markers." I have to agree with the guy on this. People spend money on their hobbies, and if video games are your hobby, then that falls right into the category. For me personally, I spend my money on art supplies and things like that. I don't have a whole lot of time for hobbies, to say, but my hobbies are kind of what I'm going to school for right now. And in the future, my hobby is going to become my job too. Moral of the story is, spend your money on what you want, you earned it. Now in somewhat related news, while filming on the Australian set of the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie Dead Men Tell No Tales, Johnny Depp injured his hand 2 weeks ago. You might be thinking, that's not news, you said that happened 2 weeks ago, get with the times. But the important thing here is that we've now learned he'll be out for twice as long, making his total delay time on this movie a month. Doctors say his surgery was a little more extensive than they'd originally thought, and he had to have a pin placed in his hand. This comes as a reminder to us that although his character may be near invincible, and he is an amazing actor, he is still human. And that being said, I give major props to any actor who does their own stunts. Now I kind of want to switch the tone of the show over and talk about a situation that's been happening in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is an issue of gay rights, which is a really touchy topic, and to be honest, it's kind of a gray area when it comes to making a show like this, so I'm going to be really careful. I'm sure many of you have probably heard of this story because it's been all over the news recently. Basically, what happened is a baker refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple. This, of course, started a huge uproar, and the idea of businesses discriminating against people because of their sexual orientation. Obviously, after that, religion was brought into this whole debate because everybody always loves to throw religion into it. Let's just make it more interesting. But in case you haven't heard about this, I'll post a link to the article down below. The thing that I really want to talk about is that on Wednesday, Governor Asa Hutchinson urged lawmakers to rework legislation that surrounds religious freedom. This makes him the second Republican governor in 2 days to bring up this issue. On Wednesday, he said, "The issue has become divisive because our nation remains split on how to balance the diversity of our culture with the traditions and firmly held religious convictions." Now, the things he said are true. The reason this is an issue at all is because we, the human race as a whole, still struggles to accept people for who they are when presented with differences. Now, I am making a big generalization there, but obviously I'm not talking about everybody specifically because I know you're out there, tolerant people. The reason that this is such a difficult topic politically is because nobody wants somebody to be able to take away or restrict the rights of homosexuals. That being said, if homosexuality goes against your religion, I think you should be able to choose whether you're going to do business with a gay couple or not. I think that's your right. It's your religion. So basically, the problem we run into is that you don't want to restrict the rights of homosexuals, but you also don't want to restrict the rights of people's religions, so you can't have both. This kind of leads into the whole topic of reverse discrimination, which I don't want to get into a lot here but we reached the tip of the iceberg. Sure, you might say that discriminating against homosexuals is wrong, but then is restricting the rights of these businesses based on religion not also discrimination? And is that discrimination not also just as wrong? In the end, it's two people who have both made decisions in their lives that are now having a conflict that can't really be solved by an outsider. I am really interested to see what you guys have to say about this. I kind of am expecting to have a huge discussion on this, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. So go ahead and post down in the comments what you think about this. That's where I'm going to leave this episode for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, favorite, subscribe, share this video, get it out there. We're growing. We're finally growing. Yay! But I will see all you guys next time. As always, peace out.